The sky turned iron over broken fields, a hush like judgment no man could repeal. Old boots sank deep in the riverbank clay, where secrets were buried and prayers went to decay.
I heard the church bell crack in the wind, like a warning for the wages of sin.
Mama said, boy, that water don't lie. It remembers every tear you tried to hide.
The cattle stood still like they knew the cost, every wrong turn, every soul we lost.
And the curtain whispered through the reeds so slow, like a reckoning rising from long ago. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done.
and the deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
There's a shack on a bend where the willow leans low, where I swore I'd leave what I didn't want to know.
But the boards still creak with the ghosts I made, every deal I struck, every debt unpaid.
I see your face in the water's skin,
a pale reflection of where I've been.
She said you can't outrun what you chose to break.
That river, don't forget what you take.
The storm rolled in like a funeral drum, and the hills bowed down to what I'd become. I tried to pray, but the words fell dead, like the lies I carried and the blood I shed. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done. And the
deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
Give away with a hollow sound, like a coffin closing in the ground. And the water climbs up
to my chest,
heavy with the truth I never confessed.
No mercy left in the current's cry,
no forgiveness in a swollen sky,
just the echo of every choice I made.
In the dark where the debts were laid,
I tried to run, but my feet won't move, like the earth itself don't want me to prove anything more than a man undone by the tide of all he's ever done.
Black river rising,
take what's mine,
every crooked step,
every wasted line.
let it wash me down,
where the sinners go,
where the truth runs deep and the guilt won't slow.
Black river rising,
I hear your call,
a judgment written in the rise and fall.
and as it pulls me under endlessly,
That black
river remembers me. toes crack like a fall in the ground. Dust on my boots, no one else around. My knuckles still bleed from a door I broke. Truth tastes bitter in the lies I spoke. The night hangs heavy like a loaded gun. Every bad road leads to what I've done. Mama's cross hangs cold on my chest, but I ain't been living like I've been blessed. I'm one spark from burning it down, one wrong word from losing this town. Got fire in my veins and it's begging to rise, storm in my bones and it's craving the sky. If I slip, I won't turn back around. I'll tear every good thing into the ground. I'm standing right here where the devil gets proud. I'm one spark from burning it down. Your picture's faded on a dashboard frame, cracked like the man that I became. I tried to pray, but the words ran dry, so I poured my faith into one more lie. The engine hums like it knows my sin. Every mile just pulls me deeper in. I hear your voice in the rattling steel, but mercy ain't something I deserve to feel. I'm one spark from burning it down, one wrong word from losing this town. Got fire in my veins and it's begging to rise, a storm in my bones and it's craving the sky. If I slip, I won't turn back around. I'll tear every good thing into the ground. I'm standing right here where the devil gets proud. I'm one spark from burning it down. Imagine my hand in the past in my head. Every bridge I crossed is a bridge I left dead. No saints in the mirror, no grace in my name. Just a man on the edge with a heart full of flame. If I let it strike, I'll be gone by dawn. Nothing but smoke where I once held on, and all that I loved will be swallowed whole by the rage I fed and the life I stole. I'm one spark from burning it down, one last step from leaving no ground. Got fire in my veins and it's clawing to break every chain I wore, every promise I fake. If I fall, I won't make a sound. Just flames where my mercy once was found. I'm standing right here where the devil gets proud. I'm one spark, yeah, I'm one spark from burning it down. I carved my name in a where judgment creeps like a noose in time. The preacher said, son, you're walking thin ice, but I've been dancing with the devil since I was 9. There's a rusted cross by the roadside bend where the crows don't sing, just watch you descend. I knelt once there with the thief's last prayer, but the wind just laughed like an old false friend. I tried to wash in the river's vein, but the water ran black with borrowed pain. Every sin I sang came floating back like a coffin that won't stay in the grave. Heaven closed the door when I called its name, left me in the dirt with a brand of shame. I bled out mercy, I begged for grace, but the sky stayed cold, never showed its face. If there's a road to the promised land, it ain't carved for a sinner's hand. I heard the lock turn, I felt it slam. Heaven closed the door, and I understand. There's a bottle left on a broken rail, tastes like regret in the county jail. I drank to forget every soul I broke, but the past don't drown, it just learns to sail. I loved a girl with a wildfire smile. She said you're worth more than your crooked trial, but I dragged her down where the dark runs deep. Now her name's just dust on a courthouse file. The bells still ring in a town I burned. Every lesson I killed I never learned. I see their faces in every flame, and the truth is a knife I finally earned. Heaven closed the door and I called its name, left me in the dirt with a brand of shame. I bled out mercy, I begged for grace, but the sky stayed cold, never showed its face. If there's a road to the promised land, it ain't carved for a sinner's hand. I heard the lock turn, I felt it slam. Heaven closed the door, and I understand. Now the night dawned and it just stretches thin, like a courtroom oath I can't outrun. Every mile I walk is a chain I drag, every breath I take is another one. I stop looking up for a saving sign, no angels left on this road of mine, just a trail to wrongs and a truth too late. Some doors don't open, not this time. Heaven closed the door and I called its name, left me in the dirt with a brand of shame. I bled out mercy, I begged for grace, but the sky stayed cold, never showed its face. If there's a road to the promised land, it ain't carved for a sinner's hand. I heard the lock turn, I felt it slam. Heaven closed the door, and I understand. Yeah, I heard the lock turn, I felt it slam. Heaven closed the door, and I understand. There's a mile of broken gravel where the headlights died. Wind was howling like a preacher with the truth to hide. I still hear that engine coughing in my chest at night. Still smell the iron and the dust and the burnt off light. There was blood on my knuckles, but it wasn't mine. There was glass in the ditch like a row of signs pointing back to that hour I can't outrun. When the clock struck mercy and I came undone, I tried to leave it buried in a nameless town with a bottle and a Bible just to drown it out. But that road keeps winding through my sleep somehow, and I wake with that same cold sweat on my brow. I never left that night. It's carving bone and breath. Every mile I wander is a step inside its depth. The moon still hangs like judgment in a sky gone still, and I'm driving through forever on that broken hill. You can burn the map, but the past don't fade. It's a ghost in the marrow, it's a debt unpaid. I've been running from a moment that won't set me free. I never left that night, it never left me. There was a voice in the backseat, I can't place a name, just a whisper of forgiveness wrapped in quiet pain. But the mirror never showed me what I needed most, just a hollow-eyed man and a hanging ghost. The sheriff said it's over, said to let it lie, but the truth don't rest when the truth don't die. It just circles like a vulture in a blackened sky, and it waits for your soul till the day you're dry. I've worn out boots on roads that don't forgive, chased down peace in every way a man can live. But there's a night that keeps calling me back again, like a wound that remembers where it's always been. I never left that night, it's carved in bone and breath. Every mile I wander is a step inside its depth. The moon still hangs like judgment in a sky gone still, and now I'm driving through forever on that broken hill. You can burn the map, but the past don't fade. It's a ghost in the marrow, it's a debt unpaid. I've been running from a moment that won't set me free. I never left that night, it never left me. If I could turn the wheel just a second slow, maybe fate would crack, maybe time would go. But the devil don't bargain with what's been done, and the dark don't forget where the blood first run. I hear that crash in the silence between each prayer, feel that hand on my shoulder though nobody's there. And the night keeps breathing like it's still alive, like it's waiting for me not to survive. I never left that night, I'm buried in its skin. Every dawn's a lie, 'cause it starts again. The stars burn cold like eyes that see it all, and I'm chained to the echo of that final call. You can dig a grave, but it won't stay deep. When the past don't die, it just learns to creep. I've been living in a moment I can't undo. I never left that night, and it's buried me too. I was standing where the gravel meets the dying line of steel, with a suitcase full of nothing and a wound that wouldn't heal. Wind was dragging old confessions through the cracks of rust and bone, every mile behind me whispering I'd never make it home.
There was blood upon my knuckles, there was dust inside my lungs, every promise I had broken hanging heavy off my tongue.
Then I heard that iron thunder cutting through the midnight air,
like a ghost come back to tell me
there was mercy somewhere. Oh, the train out of nowhere
came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sin
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption
Through the cracks of my soul, but it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
saw a preacher in the corner with a Bible in his hand.
Said, son, you can be forgiven if you follow where we stand.
But his eyes were cold as winter, and his collar stained with gin.
And the cross around his neck couldn't drown out all his sins.
There was a woman dressed in silence,
With a ticket made of gold,
said she left behind a lover.
somewhere buried in the cold.
She was smiling like salvation,
But her hands began to shake,
like she knew this road was nothing
but a cruel and crooked fake.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sins
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
But it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
now the tracks start bending backward through the towns that I fled,
Past the ghosts I tried to bury,
and the words I left unsaid
I see faces in the windows,
that I swore I'd never know.
all the roads I tried escaping
Are the only roads I go, and the whistle turns to laughter,
like a devil in disguise.
every hope I tried to follow
Was a well-dressed set of lies.
ain't no station in the darkness,
Ain't no place to finally stand,
just a rail of broken mercy
drawn in unforgiven sand.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Still
calling my name,
calling my name, like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
Hey, I'm still riding with my sins
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead
There's a church on the edge of a dying road, white paint peeled like a sinner's soul. Doors hang open but nobody comes, just dust in the pews and a broken hum. Stained glass saints with their hollow eyes watch the years like they're passing by. I knelt once where the altar stood, but the silence cut deeper than it should. The preacher's voice is a ghost in the walls, cracked like the scripture before it falls. I called out loud, let my hands confess, but faith don't answer in emptiness. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted wall. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. She used to sit in the second row, hands held tight like she feared letting go. Said love was something the Lord would keep, but it bled right out through the cracks in me. Her voice went quiet, her eyes turned cold like the stories the good book never told. Now her name just lingers in broken air like a half-said prayer going nowhere. I lit a candle, watched it drown, wax ran like tears to the splintered ground. If there's a heaven, it locked its gates and left me here with the weight of fate. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. Now the cross leans crooked against the sky like it's tired of asking the reason why, and the graveyard hums with a quiet blame. Every stone got a forgotten name. If mercy lives, it don't live here, just a cold hard truth carved out of fear. I dug for grace in the sacred ground, but all I found was a vacant sound. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells.
Gravel sings beneath these worn-out wheels, like a hymn for men with nothing left to feel. Dust hangs heavy like a sinner's prayer. Ain't no mercy, riding shotgun there. Skies of blue stretched wide and thin, painted black where the sun once been. Got a bottle rolling on the floor, but it don't taste like it did before. I'm lonely like the highway, cold and long. Every mile just echoes what went wrong. No town ahead, no place behind, just a broken man outrunning time. I'm lonely like the highway, lost and strayed. No map to guide me, no reason to stay. If there's a God, He don't pass this way. I'm lonely like the highway. Radio hums, but it don't speak clear. Just static ghosts, I swore I'd hear your voice buried in the noise somehow, but it don't sound like you now. Passed across by the roadside bend, name wore off, but I know that end. Every soul that tried to outrun fate meets the same cold rusted gate. I'm lonely like the highway, cold and long. Every mile just echoes what went wrong. No town ahead, no place behind, just a broken man outrunning time. I'm lonely like the highway, lost and stray. No map to guide me, no reason to stay. If there's a God, He don't pass this way. I'm lonely like the highway. If I stop, I might feel your hands again. Ghosts don't fade, they just sink within. There's a fire burned out in my chest, only ashes where you used to rest. So I drive through the dark, through the blank. Every road got a different name, but they all lead down the same black line, where your memory won't let me die. I'm lonely like the highway, cold and long. Every mile just carves another wrong. No dawn breaks, no angels call, just empty sky and a silent fall. I'm lonely like the highway, worn and frayed. Every promise just a debt unpaid. If there's a grave, it's where I'll lay. I'm lonely like the highway. Yeah, I'm lonely like the highway. Gravel road bleeding out beneath my boots. Dust hangs heavy like a noose. Wind drags secrets through the pines. Whispers sins I swear ain't mine. There's a mark burned deep in bone, like a brand I never chose. Mama said, boy, don't look back. But the sky went black as crows attack. They circle low like they've been told. Feathers cut against the cold. Every mile they track my breath, like they're counting down to death. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my Every wing spells out my fate. Church bell rusted, never rings. Still I hear those hollow things, echoed prayers from broken men who never made it out again. I wash my hands in a river dry, still can't rinse what stains inside. Every town just turns its back when them crows start circling black. Graveyard dirt beneath my nails, every breath a borrowed tale. I ain't living, I just roam like a ghost and not a home. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my sins like a gospel curse. Black wings beat where I can't outrun. Every road ends where they begun. Crows know my name, I hear them cry like judgment falling from the sky. No place left I can't escape. Every wing spells out my fate. I try to run past county lines, try to bury all the signs, but fate don't lose a trail once found. It rides the wind, it hunts you down. Every mirror shows their eyes, every silence screams my cries. I ain't chased, no, I've been claimed, like I was born already named. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my sins like a gospel curse. Black wings beat where I can't outrun. Every road ends where they begun. Crows know my name, no use to pray. They've been calling me for days. No redemption left to claim when even death knows your name. We were raised where the water runs crooked and slow, past the fences that lean like they're giving up hope. She'd carve her name in the bark by the bend, said if I drift I'll come back here again. There was rust on the bridge and a cross by the rail, where the town kept its secrets and nailed them in place. I heard her laughing that last fading night, with a bottle of fire and a dare in her eyes. The river took her name, washed it out of the clay, carried every syllable miles away. Now the banks don't speak and the current don't pray, it just drags what it finds to a nameless grave. And I call through the rain, but it ain't the same since the river took her name. Went back with a dawn and a rope in my hand. Every step felt like walking through somebody's end. Her boots by the shore, laces loose in the mud, like she stepped out of time and into the flood. Sheriff said, son, some things don't return. Wrote it down like a page that was too far to turn. But I know what I saw in that black rolling vein. It don't give, it just takes and forgets what it claimed. The river took her name, carved it deep in the stone, turned her voice to a sound I don't know. Now the wind don't care, and the willows don't sway, like they're tired of watching it slip away. And I scream at the sky, but it don't explain why the river took her name. Got a memory buried in silt. Every ripple's a lie that the water has built. I still hear her singing when the night cuts cold through the cracks of the past that I can't hold. If I walk far enough, if I bleed in the stream, will it give back the ghost that it swallowed from me? Or am I just another man lost in the tide, with a name on my lips and no place to hide? River took her name, left me nothing to say, just a ghost of a love that it pulled away. Now the stars don't shine and the road don't bend, just circles me back to that place again. And I'll stand on the bank till I fade the same, where the river took her name. Yeah, I'll fade in the dark, where it carved her name. There's a hollow in the floor where your weight used to fall. Bold, remember every footstep down that narrow hall. Coffee cups still chipped the way you liked it best, cold as the silence laying heavy in my chest. Screen door don't slam like it used to at night, just hangs there crooked, won't put up a fight. Wind rolls through like it's calling your name, but it dies on my lips every time just the same. Your boots by the door still waiting in line, dust on the leather, frozen in time, like you walked out to nowhere, left me the key to a house full of ghosts and what used to be. I keep staring at the space you won't fill anymore, praying to footsteps that won't hit the floor. Your boots by the door, they're all that remain of a man who walked out and never came. Your jacket still hangs like a ghost on a nail, smells like tobacco and a story gone stale. There's a half-burned match in an old tin tray, like you meant to come back at the end of the day. Neighbors don't ask, they just lower their eyes. They've all heard the rumors, they've all told their lies. But I know the truth in the pit of my bones. Some roads don't circle, they just take you along. Your boots by the door, still waiting in line. Dust on the leather, frozen in time. Like you walked out to nowhere and left me the key to a house full of ghosts and what used to be. I keep staring at the space you won't fill anymore, praying the footsteps that won't hit the floor. Your boots by the door, they're all that remain of a man who walked out and never came. I tried moving them once, couldn't stand the sight, but the room went colder that very same night. Like you'd find your way back if I left them alone.